Well, what's going on, everybody? The Arid Lord is here, and welcome back. Almost a month later to my YouTube channel. Yes, I am still around. Just been very busy trying to get things myself, my situation situated. That's a nice. There we go. Anyway, I would be remiss if I did not address this news that recently came out about The Walking Dead. I am releasing and making this video the day it happened. The title says it all. The Walking Dead, and I didn't know when this day was going to come. Honestly, I felt that season 12 was going to be the final season. And with the extended nature of season 11, that's kind of season 12. Because if you think about it, there's 16 episodes in a season, and there's going to be, we're going to get to this in a little bit, but there's an extended season 11, okay? So let's just go out and read this report right here. AMC has announced that The Walking Dead will end in late 2022, but simultaneously revealed plans for another spin-off with two key characters. The network confirmed in a press release that the immensely successful cable drama will end with an expanded Season 11. Season 11 will span 24 episodes in addition to the 6 left to air in Season 10. As a result, there are only 30 episodes of The Walking Dead left before it takes its final bow in 2022. Now, I didn't realize that. Only 30 episodes left. So there is a countdown. No longer is there an ambiguous nature as to when this show will end. There is an end in sight. So as you just heard, there's going to be 24 episodes in season 11. Now, the typical season gets 16, so this is a half season edition of episodes. So if you kind of think about it, honestly, they're ending the show on season 12 and a half. You know, they basically are getting to the mid-season finale of season 12 and ending it, because you have 16 episodes in season 11, and then that's 24, so you've got an additional 8 episodes, which is a length of, up to a mid-season finale. So we're technically The Walking Dead will air for 12 and a half seasons. That is the official number of seasons. Now, they didn't say anything in this about filming. I believe the article that I read you guys, I think the last video I made a freaking month ago was about the filming schedule of The Walking Dead and the fact that they were able to go back in a limited capacity due to the pandemic situation and how filming is operating. So I don't know if they've already filmed season 11 stuff or if they're in the process of doing that. My old sources of information are kind of, they've kind of moved, per se. So it's kind of just word of mouth at this point. So this goes on to say, however, that doesn't mean that the characters won't have a chance to return to television. The network announced that Norman Reedus and Melissa McBride's characters Daryl Dixon and Carol Pelletier will get a spin-off of their own slated for 2023. The spin-off will be helmed by current The Walking Dead showrunner Angela Kang and Chief Content Officer of The Walking Dead universe, Scott M. Gimple. So, the thing is, the Walking Dead show as we know it is ending, but this spin-off, I don't even know, can you really call it a spin-off? Because with Rick gone and in the movie universe, Daryl is basically our main character. And you're saying there's a spin-off with Daryl and Carol, who are the last remaining, as we know, the two characters that were around during the Atlanta camp days back in when the pilot of the show aired, the very first episode. These are our longest surviving characters, I guess if you include Morgan and the stuff that he's doing over on Fear the Walking Dead. But in terms of the original cast, Daryl and Carol are the longest standing surviving characters. And a spin-off, I mean, honestly, you're just extending The Walking Dead. Like, would you even consider, like, what qualifies as a spin-off? Like, is it going to be, I think what they mean is all of the other characters that are in The Walking Dead, that make up The Walking Dead, they are not going to be in it. It's just going to be Daryl and Carol meeting new characters, going to new places, discovering new things, maybe crossing over with the Rick Grimes movie stuff. I don't know. I don't know if the end of the Walking Dead show is going to incorporate that. The end of the Walking Dead comic, which happened last year, that sums up the story of Rick Grimes, but as we know, the comic in the show did it differently. Rick is in the movie universe with this CRM group. The CRM group isn't even in the comics. The comics ends with a major character death, and I honestly thought, my prediction before I knew what the end of the show was, like if someone said to me, what do you think the end of The Walking Dead is going to be with the given information before today, I would have said that Daryl dies. I would have said that Daryl sacrifices himself in some way, and that ends the show, and that there's some sort of resolution, or that there's some sort of overlapping with the Rick Grimes movie plotline and some stuff with Fear the Walking Dead. I really thought that all the shows were going to come to a head, and that they were going to end in one big finale, whether it was in a movie or a finale or something. That was always my theory. I want, obviously, Rick to meet up with, to see Judith, to see Michonne. I mean, we had from episode 13 of season 10, we know Michonne is looking for Rick, and I'm not sure if that's going to be accomplished in these last 30 episodes, if it's going to be accomplished in the movie, if it's going to be accomplished in the spinoff. Like, there's still a lot of questions to be answered, and there's the promise of more content, and also Norman Reedus, it seems like this is just the dream role for him, and he just wants, this is basically like his career. His career is to play this crossbow wielding badass, and even though the show is ending, I'm imagining he probably had a talk with AMC, and he's like, listen, I want to continue. And Melissa McBride, I mean, I'm not sure what, other stuff she wants to do, but it seems like she's content with continuing in the Walking Dead universe, which is, I mean, that's cool. And these are two best friends, obviously, and I don't know what kind of wacky adventures they would be up to. I really don't know. I don't know if they would, find information, if they would go other places. Also, somebody said in the comments of the Walking Dead World Twitter account, the individual that I collaborated with back in April, which feels like a million years ago, he said that this basically spoils that Carol and Daryl do not die at the end of The Walking Dead. So once the 24 episodes in the season finale of season 10, once we get these remaining final episodes, that means that they survive, wouldn't it? Like, they didn't say when the spinoff was going to occur, but how can it take place in the past is my question. Unless it deals with, that 6-year time jump, but even then, you're still dealing with old characters, and we already know what happens before and after the 6-year time jump. After is the Whisperers, before that is all the stuff that happened with Rick and the bridge. So the spinoff has to be after the show. So we know that two major characters don't die at the end of all of this. So this is interesting because, again, I thought that the show was going to end with Daryl's character being axed. But knowing Norman Reedus, I think he probably was like, I don't want my character to be axed. I'd rather him walk off into the sunset and the show end. It's interesting. So continuing with this article, in addition, Gimple is working on an episodic series set in the universe of the zombie apocalypse called Tales of the Walking Dead that will feature one-off episodes and stories that take place within the same horrid apocalypse fans have come to know and love. It's been 10 years gone by, so this is Scott Gimple talking now. It's been 10 years gone by. What lies ahead are 2 more to come and stories to tell beyond that, Gimple said in a press release. What's clear is that this show has been about the living, made by a passionate cast, team of writers, producers, crew, bringing to life the vision put forth by Robert Kirkman in his A Brilliant Comic, and supported by the best fans in the world. We have a lot of thrilling story left to tell in The Walking Dead, and then this end will be a beginning of more Walking Dead. Brand new stories and characters, familiar faces and places, new voices and new mythologies. This will be a grand finale that will lead to new premieres. If evolution is upon us, The Walking Dead lives. So, the Carol and Daryl show and the episodic series join pre-existing Walking Dead spin-offs Fear the Walking Dead and the upcoming Walking Dead World Beyond, which comes out in a month. I keep forgetting about that, but it is. The network also promised at least one movie in the works starring Andrew Lincoln's Rick Grimes character. I feel incredibly honored to be a part of The Walking Dead. This show changed my life and career. I think this is Gimple talking again. Oh, no, it's Reedus. I feel incredibly honored to be a part of The Walking Dead. This show changed my life and career, and everyone involved has truly been a family for me over the last decade. I'm thankful for AMC's love and support, and know there's so much more story to tell and so much more to bring the best fans in the world. Daryl's relationship with Carol has always been my favorite relationship in the show. Sorry, Rick. I love the way these characters interact and relate to each other on so many levels, and can't wait to see where their ride goes from here. The network seems keen to make it clear that although the flagship series is ending after 30 more episodes, there's plenty more to come from the world of The Walking Dead, which is based on Kirkman's highly successful comic book. And that's the end of the article. Okay, so The Walking Dead is coming to an end, but it's also not coming to an end. So I can't even keep up with how many different episodic things they got going on, because they got World Beyond, they got freaking, what else they got? They got the remaining 30 episodes of the original show. Then they got the Carol and Daryl spinoff, and then they have other spinoffs that are going to deal with individual characters. I had seen rumors about this, that like Glenn might come back, like they might do like flashbacks or flash forwards. Like that would be interesting to me. Like if you went into the past, and again, I've been talking up a Here's Negan movie or a Here's Negan spin-off series. I feel like that's a no-brainer. There's literally, like, the show has adapted much of the comics, and there was a separate comic series called Here's Negan that talks about Negan's backstory. So I'm kind of, I would be shocked if at some point they didn't get to it. It seems like right now this Daryl and Carol spinoff is their prerogative, but they have so many projects going on in the background. Also, I'm kind of surprised we have the end date of The Walking Dead, and we don't have the end of Fear the Walking Dead. Like, Fear the Walking Dead is about to embark on its 6th freaking season. And as you guys know, I kind of, abandoned that show in season 5. I watched the first half, and it was all the nonsense with the radiation in that plane, and it bored me so much that I rage quit the show, and I stopped reviewing it on my channel, and I didn't watch the rest of season 5. I know that Morgan gets, shot, and his fate is pretty much unknown. That's what they seem to be teasing and hyping up for season 6. I think they filmed half of season 6 before the pandemic hit, and now that's what they're going to air, and that's their remaining leftover content for the fall. So, and that's why they're also hyping up World Beyond, because they finished the first season of that show, and now they are, they had that in their back pocket. They were going to air it in April, and now they're going to put it out in October. So it feels like, it is a brand new show. It was supposed to air months ago, but it's new content so that they can stall and delay while they wait for, a green light to film. So what do I think about this news? Again, I'm very confused about how this Daryl and Carol spinoff is happening when I assumed that there would be some sort of big end or sacrifice. Now, again, they don't need to follow the comic exactly, and it's less impactful because it's not your main character making the sacrifice. Rick, as far as I know, will not be involved in season 11 of The Walking Dead. He's going to be involved in the movies, if those come out anywhere between now and the next century. But it remains to be seen. It remains to be seen. I don't know what, even though they laid out the plan, I still don't know what the plan is, if that makes any sense. I'm still a bit hazy on how they want to go about tackling this show in the future. I'm kind of hazy about, is the finale, when The Walking Dead wraps up and it says the end, we know that there's more content to tell, and that the movies is going to be the true end of The Walking Dead. So when the credits roll and The Walking Dead show ends, season 11 finale, I'm going to be watching that saying, okay, the show's over, but at the same time, I know that this isn't the end, that there's still questions to be answered, specifically with the CRM. Like, even though the show is going into the Commonwealth stuff in the season 10 finale and in season 11, like, I almost have more interest in the Civic Republic military, that's the CRM, which is going to be focused on in World Beyond, and then it's the main arc villain, whatever the heck, in the movies with Rick. I'm more invested in that than I am in the Commonwealth. Like, unless the Commonwealth has something to do with the CRM, but Gimple has already said that they're two separate things. It just feels like the stakes in The Walking Dead, they always raise the stakes more and more and more. You know, from the Governor to Negan to the Whispers to the Commonwealth. Each group was a different philosophy on the world, but it also raised the stakes. It feels like the CRM is beyond the Commonwealth. They're at the top of the ladder, and then you have the Commonwealth, and then you have the Whispers. But it feels like the CRM has, like, it almost like it has the remnants of the U.S. military. It's got the, like, it's almost like there's, like, zombie experimentation in the government. There was actually a trailer that came out the other day for World Beyond where one of the kids, the Stranger Thing-esque zombie apocalypse kids, said that their dad had discovered a cure and that they needed to go find him. So, again, I knew that there was some type of experimentations, either weaponizing the zombies or trying to find a cure, which has been brought up a couple of times in the show. You know, Eugene, they've never, like, Kirkman's never said that that was the focus, but who knows? Maybe in the end they will address something related to a cure. I don't know. But like I said, it just feels like the more visceral element is the CRM. Like, of course, I'm very excited to see those super soldiers from the Commonwealth, especially in a month's time when the finale finally freaking airs. I will be doing a reaction to that, by the way. I know my channel has been very arid and dry of content, but I just, you know, it's been, you know, an eventful couple of months for me, and so I'm trying to kind of deal with things on my end, and I'm also kind of contemplating just what I want to do with the channel in the end. You know, I have some extra thoughts, and I'm not sure if I should just create like a forum post or just like a big, like a video and announce something. I'm not sure. I have some ideas, but I'll save that for a separate vlog. I don't want to just spoil it and talk about it here. But as always, let me know what you guys think. I'm curious to see where this goes. Walking Dead is AMC's cash cow, and they're just gonna keep freaking pumping out content. And I have early dedication to the show, so I almost have like an obligation. You know, of course, I will see the rest of season 10 and 11 out and finish the show. I will watch the movies, and then I'm also going to give World Beyond's only 2 seasons. They said it's a limited 2-season thing. So knowing that it's not going to go infinitely, I'm going to also give that a chance. Also because it deals with the freaking CRM, that group. Like, they have been hyping this group up since the Junkyard with Jadis, where Jadis had the, you know, the helicopter, the A and B thing. This plot point has been a mystery for so long. And one of these shows or the movie is going to talk about this. And that's what I want to get to. Like, that's the meat of the plot that I want to get to. And I know that other character dynamics are pulling people in different directions. Morgan, Dwight and Sherry, it looks like, you know, they reunite in season 6. I get it. I understand that there's other character dynamics people might be pulled into, but, like, the overall plot, like, I mean, I feel like that's what keeps the heartbeat of the show. Like, you know, the show's been going on for freaking 10 years now, and it's lost a lot of its core viewership. Some of that was after season 5, some of that was after Negan bashed Glenn and Abraham's skulls in. Season 7 was really I think season 7 was the tipping point for a lot of fans. I think that's when some fans fell off the bandwagon, and the dedicated ones stayed, but I think that's where, because that whole arc dragged a lot, you know, and we've talked about this before, you know, how there were episodes that were the dreaded bottle episode where it deals with one community and it drags out the story by, you know, extending and talking with one community each episode. So yeah, lots of different angles here. I want to know what you guys think. It's nice to actually be making a vlog for, you know, once in a while. I'll try to be more consistent. I mean, obviously, in a few weeks, I'm gonna be making my finale reaction. Like that's a given. And I hope you guys are gonna stick around for this journey. Because again, like I can't feel sad about this news because I was already waiting for the movies. I was already waiting for the spin-off. I was already and this is in 2 years also. So this news about the show wrapping up next season with 24 episodes, this is going to happen over the next 2 years. So who knows what other Walking Dead, like, they're going to announce more Walking Dead stuff in those next 2 years. Probably, I would hope in the next 2 years we would have a release date or some photos or a trailer for the Rick Grimes movies. I would freaking hope at this point. This thing has been in production hell, and I saw articles where they're like, oh, the pandemic has helped the writers really get the plot better for the movies. It's like, okay, fantastic, but until I see it, I can't validate that, So until these things actually hit the screens, until we have this tangible information, gonna be in the dark a little bit, but this was obviously a huge development. So obviously I had to make a freaking all in caps vlog. So on that note, I appreciate you guys watching my content. Thank you. I will try to be more consistent. Hopefully some of you are still kind of wandering out there. Again, like I had tried to do some things. Like over the summer I tried to do a gameplay through for Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, but that screwed up because the game glitched. I made that video about the game glitching, and then I just didn't have the motivation to put up the other vlogs. And, again, like, if the viewership's not there, like, this isn't like the old days where I'm just going to spam YouTube with videos. Like, if there's not a demand for it, like, I'm not going to put it up. Like, it's fun for me to make, but at the same time, I want to know that, there's a reason for me putting it up, not just to flood YouTube with videos and flood my own channel. Because you guys who watch my Walking Dead stuff see individual vlogs. If I start putting up YouTube playthrough parts, it's going to get old. And this is the reason I haven't done playthroughs on YouTube the past couple of years. I mean, for this reason. There's a million people on YouTube who do Let's Plays and walkthroughs and playthroughs. The market's oversaturated. The way that YouTube dishes out ad revenue has changed dramatically. Most people need Patreons. Most people need to stream on Twitch. It's, to make it viable in terms of, income and stuff. And I've never done this for a full-time job, ever. It's fun to do, but it's never been anywhere close to a full-time occupation for me. As you probably could tell, because I haven't made a vlog in a month. So, but I'll get back to form. It's just going to take a little bit of, motivation on my end, and hopefully this new Walking Dead content. This was motivating to see the update for The Walking Dead, and obviously it warranted a long-ass vlog. So, with all that being said, thank you guys for watching. Hope you subscribe to the channel. Enjoy yourselves, and I will talk to you later. Peace out.